It's week 4. City Elks taking on the Chicago Tigers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Chicago Tigers and the Salt Lake City Elks. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at this Salt Lake City ball club. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially.
Over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 68 yards.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Davidson. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Davidson. It's complete to Turbin.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Up the middle they go. Stevens. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Tigers are on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down, Davidson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Davidson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Davidson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davidson got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Tigers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Escaping the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing on 1st down,
Davidson, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Davidson. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Davidson got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Tigers take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the...
And, now it's out. Langford loses the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Davidson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Davidson. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Back to throw. Davidson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Tigers are able to add on to their 1st half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back to throw now on first down. This complete to Langford.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
On first down, McLean. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. McLean. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Langford. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
They'll set up a throw. Dumps it into the flat to Langford. Touchdown! From 4 yards out.
And the Elks are able to cut into that deficit.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2, Davidson.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. 49 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner reaction, watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Davidson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Davidson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Checks it underneath to Langford. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle.
It pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. The Falcons trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we take the Packers. The Seahawks looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Lions out on top. The Lions locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Second and 5. It's caught. Here's Langford. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
On now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Davidson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Davidson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Zimmerman. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.